start the proceeding now with the welcome address of the Director, Professor Salim Fatma.
Thank you, Dr. Miraj. Mantha Srinivasuji, Joint Secretary UGC, our observer, Dr. Prem Singh Chirkar, Dean, School of Commerce and Business Management, Professor Mohammad Razaullah Khan Sahab, esteemed resource person, sabko adab, namaskar, and all the participants from across the country. So, and all the members on this, a very warm welcome and cordial welcome to all of you to the UGC Malviya Mission Teacher Training Center, Maulana Azad National Urdu University for this capacity building program on integration of Indian knowledge systems into curriculum, जो कि 5 जनवरी से 10 जनवरी तक होगा. It is indeed a matter of great pleasure and honor for us to host this important national level academic program under the aegis of Universities Grants Commission, focusing on a theme that lies at the very heart of India's civilizational wisdom and contemporary educational reform. At the outset, I extend my respectful greetings and a warm welcome to our guest and all the participants. We are honored by the presence of Dr. Mantha Srinivasu, Joint Secretary, IKS Division, UGC New Delhi, who has joined us online. A very warm welcome to you, sir. Namaskar. Who will be sharing deep insights on the theme and national perspectives of Indian knowledge systems. We are also privileged to have Professor Iskiyas Ahmed, who will be joining us shortly, whose constant support and guidance have been instrumental in strengthening academic and administrative initiatives at this university. I also acknowledge the presence of my colleague Dr. Miraj Ahmed Mubaraki from UGC MMTCC, distinguished resource persons who are with us today, Suresh Babuji and Srinivas Garu, all invited experts who will be enriching this program with their scholarship and experience over these days. Dear participants, I welcome all of you, faculty members and research scholars from different universities and colleges across the country. Your presence reflects shared commitment to academic excellence and to re-examining our curriculum through the lens of India's rich intellectual and cultural heritage. The National Education Policy 2020 has clearly emphasized the need to integrate Indian knowledge systems into teaching, learning, research and curriculum design. Indian knowledge systems सिर्फ केवल पुरानों या एंशिएंट टेक्स्ट तक सीमित नहीं हैं, उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा चीज़ें शामिल हैं, जैसे कि फिलॉसफी, science, mathematics, medicine, linguistics, arts, ecology, governance, and samajik practices. This program has been conceptualized to help educators and researchers understand how Indian knowledge systems can be meaningfully, systematically integrated into contemporary curricula without compromising academic rigor, inclusivity, or global relevance. At the UGC MMTTC MANUU, we firmly believe that capacity building is not merely about acquiring information. It is about developing critical understanding, pedagogical clarity, and contextual relevance. This program aims to equip participants with conceptual frameworks, pedagogical tools, and practical strategies to embed IKS Indian knowledge systems within their respective disciplines. मौलाना आज़ाद नेशनल उर्दू यूनिवर्सिटी, जो कि एक सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी है, हमेशा ही उसने ये प्रयास किया है कि हम ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा इंक्लूसिव एजुकेशन, कल्चरल प्लुरैलिटी और एकेडमिक एम्पावरमेंट पे हमने ज़्यादा जोर दिया है. सबसे ज़्यादा हम जो फर्स्ट जनरेशन लर्नर्स हैं और मार्जिनलाइज सेक्शंस ऑफ द सोसाइटी यानी समाज के लोगों को हम हमेशा इंक्लूसिवनेस यानी शामिल करते हैं. और UGC MMTTC MANUU has been consistently striving for aligning faculty development initiatives with national priorities and global academic standards. Through programs such as this, we seek to create a dialogue between tradition and modernity, between indigenous knowledge and contemporary disciplines, and between policy vision and classroom practice. So, dear participants, the success of this program depends on not only the quality of lectures, because the IKS division, UGC और हमने बहुत प्रयास किया है कि अच्छे से अच्छे बेहतरीन रिसोर्स पर्सन को आपके साथ जोड़ें, लेकिन केवल उनके नॉलेज शेयरिंग से नहीं, लेकिन आपके एक्टिव पार्टिसिपेशन, इंटरेक्शन और रिफ्लेक्शन से ही ये कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग प्रोग्राम कामयाब हो सकता है. सो आई encourage you to engage freely with the resource persons, share your experiences have an inquiry-based learning, raise questions, and explore possibilities of curriculum innovation relevant to your discipline, because we have participants from across disciplines, various disciplines. And I'm confident that deliberations during these days will inspire new perspectives, collaborative ideas, and actionable outcomes that you can carry back to your institutions. And once again, I take this opportunity to place in record my sincere appreciation to the University Grants Commission, particularly the IKS division, for their guidance and support in organizing this program. I also thank our Vice Chancellor, Professor Syed Ainul Hassan, Registrar Syed Ishtiaq Ahmed Sahab, University Administration of MANUU for their continuous encouragement and cooperation. My heartfelt thanks are due to the faculty members and staff of the organizing team. In conclusion, I once again extend a warm welcome to all of you and wish this capacity building program on integration of Indian knowledge systems into the curriculum a great success. And before I conclude, let me remind you friends, today the national education policy, हम बात कर रहे हैं multidisciplinary education और research और intellectual exchange, faculty exchange and student exchange, लेकिन ये परंपरा हमारे लिए नहीं है. हमारे पास बड़ी अच्छी अच्छी विद्या की संस्थानें रही हैं, जैसा कि ताक्षशिला, नालंदा, विक्रमशिला. हमारा योगदान केवल आर्ट्स कला में नहीं था, बल्कि हमारा मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी कंट्रीब्यूशन था प्राचीन भारत में भी, और आज भी हमारे जो इंडियन डायस्पोरा है वो दुनिया के लगभग सभी देशों में योगदान दे रहे हैं. तो और नई शिक्षा नीति में हम ये प्रयास कर रहे हैं कि भारत जो है वी हैव टू लीड भारत एज अ विश्व गुरु, यानी इंडिया का ग्लोबल लर्निंग सेंटर. विद दिस ब्रीफ I hand over the proceedings to Dr. Mehraj Ahmed Mubaraki. So dear participants, that is faculty members and research scholars, a warm welcome again and happy learning to all of you for this capacity building program. Dr. Mehraj Ahmed.
Thank you so much, madam. And we will now proceed on. May I now invite Dr. Mantha Srinivasu, the Honorable Joint Secretary of the Indian Knowledge System Bureau, UDC, New Delhi, to address the participants. Dr. Mantha Srinivasu, sir.
Respected scholars, distinguished guests, and fellow seekers of knowledge, नमस्कार. सबसे पहले मैं निहायत अदब और एहतराम के साथ आदाब अर्ज करना चाहता हूँ प्रोफेसर सैयद ऐनुल हसन साहिब, वाइस चांसलर मौलाना आजाद नेशनल उर्दू यूनिवर्सिटी, जिनकी वसीयत अफरोज क़यादत और इल्मी सरपरस्ती के बायस इस मुताबिक यूनिवर्सिटी में इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम्स के ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम के इनेकाद का मौका फराहम हुआ. इसी जज्बा के तशक्कुर के साथ मैं आदाब पेश करता हूँ प्रोफेसर शेख इश्तियाक अहमद साहिब, रजिस्ट्रार मानू, जिनके मौसर इंतजामी ताउन और इदारा जाती रहनुमाई ने इस प्रोग्राम को अमली सूरत देने में बुनियादी किरदार अदा किया. इसी तरह मैं अपनी दिल से आदाब पेश करता हूँ प्रोफेसर सनी फातिमा साहिबा जी को, डायरेक्टर MMDTC मानू, जिनकी इल्मी वबस्तगी, फाल रहनुमाई और मुकम्मल ताउन ने इस IKS कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग प्रोग्राम को कामयाबी से हमकिनार किया. मैं इन तीनों मुआजिज शख्सियों का तहे दिल से शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ कि उन्होंने हिंदुस्तानी निजाम इल्म के फरोग के लिए इस अहम इल्मी कोशिश की पुरजोर हिमायत फरमाई. इदानी में हम बृहद शैक्षिक संस्था में से निदेशक महोदय डॉक्टर जम्मल मडक श्रीनिवास वर्या स्वागतम याहरामि. तदा संपूर्ण कार्यक्रमस्य निरीक्षक महोदय डॉक्टर प्रेम सिंह सिकरवार, एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर ऑफ श्री लाल बहादुर शास्त्री नेशनल संस्कृत यूनिवर्सिटी, तामुटे हम स्वागतम याहरामि. I also once again welcome all the participants across the country, especially from Telangana. Telugu varandariki na abhivadanamuలు. IKS, what is IKS? Especially this program is going to be organized in MANUU with the that When we speak of Indian knowledge system, we often imagine a civilizational stream flowing solely from Vedic, Sanskritic, or classical Indic sources. While these traditions undoubtedly form the foundational bedrock of Bharatiya Jnana, a serious engagement with history reveals a deeper and more comprehensive truth. Indian knowledge has never been insular. It has always been integrative, dialogic, and civilizationally confident. Between the 8th and 18th centuries, India emerged as one of the world's most vibrant intellectual crossroads. Persian and Arabic languages did not arrive as foreign inclusions, but as powerful vehicles of knowledge transmission, synthesis, and institutional continuity within the subcontinent. Disciplines such as astronomy, medicine, mathematics, chemistry, metallurgy, mechanics, and geography were not merely translated into these languages, they were interpreted, reinterpreted, localized, and applied within Indian contexts, responding to Indian environments, needs, and practices. In astronomy, Arabic and Persian texts composed in India preserve refined gist tables, sophisticated planetary models, eclipse calculations, and advanced observational techniques. Works such as Jidli Muhammad Shahi, prepared under the patronage of Jaising II, alongside Indo-Persian astronomical treatises that draw upon Al-Biruni's methodological legacy, demonstrate how Indian astronomers working within Persianate codes successfully integrated earlier Siddhantic traditions with Islamic observational astronomy. This synthesis gave rise to a distinct Indo-astronomical school clearly reflected in Indian observatories, scientific instruments, and technical manuals. In medicine, Unanity flourished not as a parallel or competing system, but in deep and sustained dialogue with Ayurveda. Persian medical treatises authored in India, such as works influenced by Ibn Sina's Al-Quran Philippic and later Indo-Persian physicians like Hakim Muhammad Akbar Ajani, meticulously record indigenous drugs, climate adaptation, surgical practices, and pharmacological substitutions unique to the subcontinent. This is unmistakably Indian medical knowledge, articulated in Persian but shaped fundamentally by Indian ecology, experience, and empirical practice. Similarly, in chemistry and metallurgy, Arabic Persian sources produced in India preserve advanced knowledge of distillation, mineral processing, alloy preparation, dyeing, glass making, perfumery, and alchemical techniques. Textual traditions influenced by Jazbir ibn Hayyan's alchemical corpus alongside Indo-Persian writings on Ilm al-Kimia show clear engagement with earlier Indian Rasa Shastra traditions while further refining experimental procedures, laboratory methods, and scientific apparatus. Equally significant is the institutional dimension of this traditional knowledge. Madrasas, karkhanas, hospitals, observatories, and royal workshops functioned as dynamic knowledge ecosystems. Scholars trained in Sanskrit, Arabic, and Persian frequently coexisted, exchanged ideas, and collaborated, creating what may rightly be described as a multilingual Indian scientific culture sustained through courtly patronage and public institutions. The Persian Arabic texts produced in India are not external to Indian knowledge systems. They are Indian sources expressed in non-Indian languages, documenting Indian science, technology, and applied knowledge during the medieval period. If we are to remain historically honest, academically rigorous, and globally credible, IKS must be defined by geography, practice, and intellectual continuity rather than by language alone. To exclude Persian and Arabic sources from IKS would be to sever nearly a millennium of India's scientific and technological history. To include them is to affirm India's long-standing role as a civilizational integrator, a culture confident enough to absorb, transform, and advance knowledge across linguistic, religious, and cultural boundaries. In reclaiming these sources, we are not importing knowledge from elsewhere, we are recovering India's own intellectual memory. In conclusion, I humbly request all participating scholars, faculty members, and research scholars to take forward the spirit of this program by engaging in serious research of Indian knowledge systems through Sanskrit and all Indian languages, including Persian and Arabic sources, alongside Sanskrit and regional traditions. These sources, deeply rooted in Indian civilizational landscape, hold immense potential for rejuvenating India's scientific heritage, intellectual traditions, and cultural memory. By rediscovering, critically studying, and contextualizing Indo-Persian and Indo-Arabic knowledge systems within the IKS framework, we can meaningfully contribute to the revival of Indian science, technology, medicine, and humanities in a true integrative manner. मैं जानता हूँ दुनिया के देश के सभी कोने से इस कार्यक्रम में उपस्थित सभी महान भाव से पुनरेकबार निवेदन है कि आप सभी अपने अपने करिकुलम में, अपने शास्त्रों में, करिकुलम में, पाठ्यचर्या में कैसे इस भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा को अपनाएं, इस उद्देश्य से आप इस कार्यक्रम को और इसको आगे बढ़ाएं और अपना ज्ञान का विस्तार पूरा दुनिया भर, देश भर प्रसारित करें। विशेषकर मनु के जो भी अध्यापक वृंद हो, सभी डिसिप्लिन्स के, उनसे यही निवेदन है, आप भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा जो इंडो पर्शियन, इंडो उर्दू के साथ साथ पर्शियन और अरबिक भी आप सभी अच्छी तरह से समझ सकते हैं, थोड़ा बहुत आप जानते हैं उसका लिपि वगैरह। इसीलिए इस उद्देश्य से आपके समक्ष मैं विशेष रूप से इस इंडो पर्शियन, इंडो अरबिक का आपके समक्ष प्रस्तुत किया। ज्यादातर लोग आंध्र, तेलंगाना के जो भी अध्यापक हैं, आप మీ అందరికీ నా విశేషపూర్వకమైన ధన్యవాదాలు। ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో పాల్గొన్నందుకు తెలుగు తల్లి బిడ్డలు తెలుగు భాషల దేశ భాషలందు తెలుగు లెస్స అని ఎందుకన్నారంటే తెలుగు భారతీయ సంస్కృతి సంస్కృతంలో ఏదైతే ఉందో దాన్ని సంపూర్తిగా ఇమిడింపు చేసుకుంది కాబట్టి మీ తెలంగాణ వాసులందరికీ మరొకసారి హృదయపూర్వక ధన్యవాదాలు। I sincerely hope that this training program at MANUU becomes a catalyst for sustained research, interdisciplinary collaboration, and the reaffirmation of India's composite and harmonious knowledge culture. Thank you. Dhanyawad. Namaskar.
सिर्फ 2 मिनट लेंगे सर। वन सर प्लीज वेलकम सर।
I now welcome the Honorable Registrar Professor Sheikh Ishtaq Ahmed Saab sir to address the participants at this inaugural session. Professor Sheikh Ishtaq Ahmed Saab.
Thank you very much. Sorry for being late. And on behalf of UGC TTC, I welcome you all to this Indian Knowledge System Capacity Building Program. It's a very unique program, and we all know that UGC has taken a very keen interest in having this program, and for this program we have none other than Joint Secretary Dr. Mantha Srinivasu, who is looking after IKS Bureau at UGC, and our best wishes from our Honorable Vice Chancellor. Sir couldn't join because he is traveling, he is in USA. I am thankful to Professor Saneem Fatma, Director, MMTC, our colleague Dr. Miraj Ahmed, convener and associate professor for UGC, MMTC, TTC and other dignitaries. I know that a good number of faculty members from different parts of India are participating. Some of them are online also. And I recall that recently when the UGC was exploring to hold this a special, very capacity building program for the integration into curriculum as far as the Indian knowledge system is concerned. We have seen that in NEP 2020, the Ministry of Education, the UGC, the ICSSR, the ICHR, and Indian Philosophical Council, and many other academic councils, including NCT, AICTE, they have taken a very keen interest and trying to build up a very good curricula and integrate all that as far as the Indian knowledge system is concerned. Personally, I have seen that on two very important topics. One is the implementation of NEP and another is Indian knowledge system. The journal that is published, the newsletter that is published by Association of Indian University, they are always carrying very wonderful and dedicated articles as far as the implementation of Indian knowledge system and the NEP is concerned. We all are well aware, and good number of friends, they have written and they are producing their research papers on Indian knowledge systems. So the whole idea is to see how vibrantly we can build up, how we can integrate good curricula, and how our faculty members, our young faculty members can be part of the capacity building. Unless we understand it, we adopt it, we cannot implement it in true sense. So all of you have a good opportunity to be part of this 5 days dedicated, very special, very professional capacity building program on Indian knowledge system. You will have a good number of experts. They will be talking to you, they will be sharing their ideas. You can also share your ideas because we do come from different discipline, and every discipline has some part as far as the Indian knowledge system is concerned. So I'm thankful to our colleagues for organizing this program. I'm especially indebted to the University Grant Commission, the Ministry of Education, for choosing MANUU as one of the MMTC vibrant center for holding this capacity building program. Thank you very much, and let's hope for the best.
Thank you so much, sir, and I'm deeply grateful to Professor Sheikh Ishtiaq Ahmed Saab, the Registrar at Maulana Azad National University, for delivering the inaugural address and for his constant encouragement and institutional support to academic and capacity building initiatives at the university. Thank you so much, sir. And moving on to the concluding part now. So at the very outset, I express my sincere gratitude to Professor Saneem Fatima, the Director, UDC MMTTC at Maulana Azad National University, for her warm and insightful welcome address that set the right tone for the capacity building program on the integration of Indian knowledge systems into the curriculum. I extend our heartfelt thanks to Dr. Mantha Srinivasu, Joint Secretary, the Indian Knowledge System Bureau, UGC New Delhi, for clearly articulating the theme of the program and for sharing valuable perspectives on the relevance and national importance of the Indian knowledge system in higher education. I am deeply grateful to Professor Sheikh Ishtiaq Ahmed Saab, the Registrar, for his constant encouragement and institutional support to academic and capacity building initiatives at the university. I also welcome Dr. Prem Singh Sikarwar, Department of Shiksha Shastra from Shri Lal Bahadur Shastri National Sanskrit University, New Delhi, who has flown all the way from Delhi to be a part of this program as an observer. Please give him a big hand. I also take this opportunity to welcome Professor G. Suresh Babu, Chaitanya Bharati Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. He will be conducting a session, and for this morning session, I am going to hand over this session to Dr. Srinivas J., the Director, the Indian Knowledge System Research, the Birhat Educational Trust. Please welcome him. Great many thanks to Professor Razullah Khan Sahab for giving his very, very valuable time and being a part of this inaugural session. Thank you so much.